Who doesn't love a pop quiz? Ready? What year was the Declaration of Independence signed? What precious metal is used on Notre Dame football players' helmets? What type of microorganism causes the common cold? And finally, what's my name? I won't keep you in suspense. Here are the answers. Now, the question we're really interested in. For the answers you knew, how did you know them? Did you maybe get the date of independence or the viral nature of colds from a school textbook or teacher? Have your peers, rectors, and advisors been making sure you're steeped in Notre Dame tradition? Did you read my name on an email or hear me introduce myself in class? Philosophers think there are really just a few basic types of sources of knowledge. Some things we know directly through our senses, or what philosophers sometimes call perception. So I can see that leaves turn color in the fall, and I can hear that a violin has a higher pitch than a cello. Other things we know by something like rational insight or pure reasoning. Basic math is like this. We can just see when we think hard about it that 1 + 1 = 2. But even though perception and rational insight are great, really, there's not that much we can personally observe and verify for ourselves, or else work out in our heads. All the answers you gave to our little quiz, you probably got from the third source, testimony. Philosophers use the term testimony in a slightly funny way. It doesn't have to do with trials or legal cases. Testimony for philosophers is just anything that someone tells you, with the hope that you'll believe them. You are getting testimony all the time, from textbooks and scientists and news articles that hope you'll take their expert word about what happened in the past or how things work, to college admissions departments trying to communicate Notre Dame's traditions, to professors like me who expect that you'll believe us when we tell you our own names. Testimony can be written down or spoken out loud. It can be tweeted or sung. And the really crazy thing is that unless testimony is a good source of knowledge, unless it's a legit way to come to beliefs about stuff, none of us knows hardly anything. I mean, really, how much am I going to be able to work out purely for myself, via perception and reasoning, about how science works, about the past, about places in distant parts of the world, about the experiences of other people? We rely on testimony for vast swaths of our beliefs. And this seems increasingly true. When I can't answer a question myself, I usually have no problem reaching for my phone to let some expert settle it for me. So, what does this have to do with trust, authority, and tradition? Well, even in basic cases of accepting testimony, say about gold in the Notre Dame football helmets, you're choosing to trust someone as a kind of authority about something. Is this deferring to other people appropriate? When is it appropriate? If you have to take others' word about most things, why not just defer to the people around you when it comes to matters of faith, morality, and good ways of living, too? Should we even be trying to hang on to some kind of intellectual autonomy, some kind of personal ownership and responsibility for our own beliefs? Those are questions we're trying not to give you testimony about how to answer. Our authors this week suggest different kinds of arguments or reasons for trusting tradition about the good life. Try to reconstruct those reasons or arguments for yourself, and we'll pick up evaluating them in class together.